What is going on, Squares? I am Jay. Welcome to Square Pegs. Glad you're here. It is a new month, which means it is time to get back to the Nintendo Switch eShop, and I'm going to show you guys 10 fantastic hidden gems that you can add to your Switch digital collection right now, and we are starting in just a second. Hold on a sec. Real quick, I just want to say welcome aboard to the new folks that are here at the channel for the first time. A lot of you have come over from the EA Sports Big Ranking video, and I appreciate you being here. If you're new here, I do this every month. I take a look at all these amazing Switch eShop games. We are kicking things off with a game that I loved on the PC. This is Torchlight 2. Oh, how much do I love Torchlight 2? Let me count the ways. Legitimately, this is one of my favorite PC games. And I was so stoked that this launched on the Switch because, man alive, does it play good over here. So, I love the Torchlight universe. Everything about it I adore. Torchlight 2 is probably my favorite in the series. And it plays so well on the Switch. It's so well designed for control on a controller and not just on a keyboard. This, if you've never played Torchlight, all right, this is basically like, what if Diablo had a sense of humor? Seriously, you're able to get a pet that goes with you at all times, and you can have all kinds of variety of pets. Everything from an alpaca to a unicorn to my choice, the bulldog named Snort. You are able to go to this huge open world that's dynamic and is always changing. You have different classes that you're able to choose from. You can customize and design your character however you want. Tons of gear, lots of loot, fun combat. I adore Torchlight 2. This is legitimately one of my favorite games of probably the last 20 years. This was put out on the Switch by Perfect World, a really great team behind making this work on the Switch. It's normally $19.99. It's currently $4.99 on sale through the end of March 9th. And if you have never played it, I can't recommend this one enough. Torchlight 2 is a massively wonderful game, a super duper fun title. Super duper? Really? It's a really fun title, and it's even better when you play multiplayer. Yeah, you can play up to 4 players. It's, like I said, it's like what if Diablo had a sense of humor. Love everything about Torchlight 2. If you've never played it, you need to. The Nintendo Switch has a reputation of being a port machine, and whether that is deserved or not is irrelevant to me because I kind of love that we're getting a lot of classic games ported over to the system. And this one in particular is good because the physicals for their original releases will cost you a kidney to get nowadays. This is Klonoa: The Phantom Reverie series. I've talked about Klonoa a couple of times on the channel in the past, but I'm usually talking about the Game Boy Advance titles. But today, we're talking about the Klonoa Fantasy Reverie series, which collects both Klonoa and Klonoa 2 into one collection. This is the 25th anniversary of the series, which is super cool because I legitimately love the Klonoa series. And I'm so happy that we have both Door to Phantomile and Lunatia's Veil in one collection. Both games are really strong, both games are really fun. And if you've never played them, they are 3D platformers where you're going through kind of a collect-a-thon, but you're on rails, for lack of a better term. It's not like Super Mario 64 or Banjo and Kazooie, it's more of a linear experience where you're going through the game, collecting the gems, defeating the enemies, and finding the different hidden objects to be able to complete the game to 100%. If you've never played this is an absolutely spectacular title. This is from Namco Bandai, and it's a $39.99 investment, but I'm telling you right now, when you consider the fact that the Wii games together are probably over $200, you're getting off easy. $40 out the door on this one is well worth it. I don't know anyone among us that doesn't like to pretend to be the bad guy and kind of go storming through the city and just rampage and knock buildings down. And while this is not Rampage, this is kind of a tribute to that game. This is Terror of the Hemosaurus. I legitimately had no idea that Terror of Hemosaurus was from Lord Lemke, the guy behind Super Blood Hockey, like legit one of my favorite games on the Nintendo Switch. And I'm, looking at it now that I know that, not surprised. Not surprised at all that this is from Lauren Lemke. I adore everything that this man creates. So let's get into this. Let's talk a little bit about Terror of Hemosaurus. So, like Super Blood Hockey, this is a throwback love letter to classic gameplay from the arcades. Now, this one is not hockey, obviously. This is a love letter to Rampage. And you are a character that was resurrected or awoken or sent back in time by the Church of the Holy Lizard, and they want you awake because humanity sucks, and they have a huge denial problem with what climate change is, and they want you to, wreck a little bit of shop. It's awesome. I really, really dig this one. You can play as Hemosaurus, who is the Godzilla clone, Clock Sloth, who is a giant sloth, the autonomous Hemosaurus, which is Mecha Godzilla. It's just so good. This game is absolutely marvelous. Now, it is gory as hell. Absolutely gory. And I would expect nothing less from Lemke and his work on Super Blood Hockey, but this game's just super good. Tons of levels to play from, lots of great gaming options where you have to kind of use the physics of the buildings collapsing to knock down other buildings. It's really cleverly done. You can pick up humans and eat them. You can just kick children. It's everything you want in a game. And like a lot of games on the list today, Terror of Hemosaurus is wonderful single player, but it's even better multiplayer. This you can play with up to 4 people at the same time on a single system. It's from Digerati, it was published by them. And right now, it's on sale for $10.49, and that's through the end of March 15th. Normally a $14.99 game, and I can tell you without hesitation, it's worth every penny. If you are looking for some awesome multiplayer mayhem, Terror of Hemosaurus is the game you need. This to me feels a lot like a game I played on the Xbox 360 arcade back in the day called Limbo. It's very dark, very moody, and it's a very cool atmospheric title. This is Vesper Zero Light Edition. The visuals of Vesper were the thing that drew me in, and it was something that I kind of expected to lose interest in fairly quickly, like I did with Limbo on the Xbox Live Arcade. Now, Limbo is a good game, and it's something that I need to stress just didn't connect with me personally, but I didn't know if Vesper was going to be in the same boat, and I gotta be honest with you, it isn't. For me, at least, Vesper is a far superior title that really takes some chances and does some really ambitious stuff with the way that the game is designed. So you're a little android named Seven, and you need to make your way through the levels and avoid the different robots that are there to kill you in order to complete the game. You're going to be able to hide from your pursuers by closing your bright light-up eye when you're hiding in the flowers. You activate different things to launch you into different parts of the level. You have to make sure that you're avoiding enemy detection and moving without being seen. It's a very intriguing and very well-designed, stealthy kind of puzzle game, and I'm really, really, really pleased that this game exists. This is designed by Cordons Interactive, and they provided a review code for this one, and I want to thank them for it. But this game right here is just absolutely stunning to look at, and a really, really huge ton of fun to play. It's a $9.99 game, and if you're looking for something that's a little bit of a different spin on the stealth genre, Vesper is the way to go. If you guys have been here for a while or you're just new here, you should know that I love licensed video games, and this one in particular is really fun. This is a twin-stick shooter for up to 4 players. This is Zombieland Double Tap. Yes, it's true, I love licensed games. I'm a little ashamed to admit it, but I'm not super ashamed to admit it, especially when they're fun, like Zombieland Double Tap Road Trip. I love the idea behind this game. So you get to play as one of the 4 characters, Tallahassee, Columbus, Wichita, or Little Rock, and you can also unlock some characters from the sequel to Zombieland. And it's just a really fun title. It's as simple can be. It's a twin-stick shooter. You go through each of these levels that are important to the Zombieland storyline, you find weapons, you complete the tasks, you end the level, you upgrade your character, rinse, repeat, move on. There's 18 levels to play on. There's up to 4-player co-op combat, which is super great. There's 15 different zombie types that you're able to kill, and a really fun storyline and some great dialogue. Now, I will tell you, some of the voice acting is a little horrific because these are people that are doing their very best impressions of people like Jesse Eisenberg and Woody Harrelson, and it's more miss than hit, but hey, you know what? The game is still really fun. This was developed by Game Mill. It's a $40 title. I got this on sale a couple of days ago, and I don't see it go on sale too often. I don't know that it's worth $40, but the sale price I got it at, which was like $5, it was absolutely worth that. Keep your eye on this one. Throw it on a wish list, wait for it to go on sale, and if you like twin-stick shooters, Zombieland Double Tap Road Trip is worth picking up. Recently featured on the latest Nintendo Direct, this game on the Nintendo Switch eShop is a fantastically beautiful title. Plays a lot like Brothers on the PC or Gianna Sisters, where you're controlling each character with a different side of the controller. This is Blanc. Blanc was one of those games that I saw during the last Nintendo Direct, and I was just instantly intrigued. For something that is completely monochromatic, the game is just absolutely take your breath away gorgeous. And I couldn't quite get past the look when I first saw the trailer for it on the Nintendo Direct. It was something that just absolutely blew my mind. You play as both a wolf cub and a fawn, and you're lost in a snowstorm, and you have to work together to complete the levels. The way the game plays, you control one with one side of the controller, one with the other side of the controller, and you have different abilities that are going to be on your shoulder buttons. So the wolf will be on the left stick, the fawn will be on the right stick, and you move through and you interact with different objects to allow access through the level for each character. And as a single-player experience, that's great, but where the game really flexes its muscles and where it really shines is when it's multiplayer. You can play together locally or online, and this is just the kind of game that is what we need more of. Like, it doesn't need to be a heavy action-oriented violent game for it to be a hit. It can just be something magical, like Blanc. Gearbox published this one. I want to thank them for the review code on it. Blanc is a $14.99 game, and I can't imagine something more wholesome and just more charming than this. Whether it's Hextech Mayhem, Runner 3, Runner 2, Runner 1, I really like runner games. I like getting in the rhythm and finding my way through a level to be able to complete it in the best time and find the most items. And there's a new game on the Switch eShop that I am really digging called Rooftop Renegade. Having featured both Hextech Mayhem as well as Runner 3 on this channel in the past for eShop Hidden Gems, really shouldn't surprise anyone that I'm putting another runner game on here. This is Rooftop Renegade, and this makes some distinct changes in the way the games are played. First off, you can go in any direction you want to go. You can run backwards if you want to. You're gonna get caught by the bad guys if you do, but you can. And the other thing I really dig about this is it's not just one linear progression. It's not just you play as your character and go. You do play as your character, but you're able to get different upgrades that allow you to have different abilities that let you boost, that let you jump, that let you double jump and things like that to allow you to get to different parts of the levels. So you go from just this literally linear on-rails experience to a wide open world where you're able to bounce and hop and jump in all these different directions. And it's super, super fun. It has a gorgeous look, really nice vaporwave aesthetic, some great music, and a really fun challenge that you're only really playing against yourself to try and better your time every time you play. I really dig this one. This is a fantastic title. This is from Melonhead Games. It normally costs $17.99. They did provide me with a review code for this one, but this game, if you dig runners, you need to check out because this game is a lot of fun. When I first saw this game in the Switch eShop, I knew I had to pick it up because of how ridiculous a concept it was. This is a little bit Monty Python, a little bit Castlevania. This is Clunky Hero. When I saw the preview for Clunky Hero in the eShop, I was ridiculously intrigued because, I mean, there's a ripped muscular dude with a bucket on his head that's fighting with a mop, or a broom. I'm sorry, it is actually a broom, not a mop. The mop comes later. But this game just, like, I was so intrigued by the design in it because it's a little weird. It's a little bit different, right? And the game is amazing. So it has a wonderful hand-drawn look. It's got great design for every part of every level that I have been to so far. There are 50 of them. I haven't been to all of them yet. There's amazing dialogue in this game. It's ridiculously funny, which I really appreciate. They bill it as something that's a little bit Monty Python, and I definitely would say that that leans heavily into the humor aspect of things. And I just really enjoy the way that this game is laid out. Now, it's totally a Metroidvania. You're going to get different skills as you play that's going to allow you different access to the levels as you go through, and that's pretty awesome. I really love Clunky Hero. I think it's a very, very entertaining game. I think Chaos Monger Studio did a great job on this. I want to thank them for the review code on it. It's only $14.99, and if you're looking for something that's a little bit offbeat, a little bit different than what you may have played in the past, Clunky Hero is a game for you. I love racing games. I worked on racing games when I worked at EA, and I have been a sucker for good racing games lately. I played this one a couple of years ago on the PC, and I just recently picked it up on the Switch. This is Hot Shot Racing. Man, Lord knows I love arcade racing games. You can see the video linked up above right now on the card if you want to see what I feel are the best arcade racing games for each console generation. Shameless plug. But today we're talking about Hot Shot Racing, which is one of my favorite racing games of the last 5 years. I originally got this in a humble bundle on the PC, and I was so excited when it came to the Switch, and I bided my time for when it went on sale because, I mean, I already owned it, so I didn't want to spend full price again on it. So right now it's on sale for $2.99, and that's going to be through the end of March 3rd, but this one goes on sale pretty frequently. This is a phenomenal arcade racing game with lots of drifting, some great boost options, and really fun track designs that take some chances and make things just super exciting and super enjoyable. Hotshot Racing is amazing. It is a really incredible to play game with a wonderful, distinct look that's a little bit Virtua Racing, but not quite all the way Virtua Racing, if you know what I mean. This is from Curve Digital. It's a great title. If you dig arcade racing games, it's $19.99 normally, but like I said, it does go on sale pretty frequently, and right now, it's $2.99 in the eShop. I'm a sucker for the Paper Mario series, and I legitimately think it is one of my favorite RPGs of all time. The first two, the original Paper Mario and Thousand Year Door, are two of my favorite games of all time, and I've wanted for a long time another game kind of like that, and I'm so happy that Bug Fables released. Bug Fables, The Everlasting Sapling, to me is such a wonderful tribute to Paper Mario that I just really fell in love with the charm of what the game offers. You don't have a ton of characters to choose from. You just have V, Kabu, and Leaf, and your entire idea is to just go on this quest to discover the different artifacts that are scattered throughout the land. Now, this game is probably less of a hidden gem and more of just a, you should probably own this because it's a great Switch game qualifier, but I still think that it's something that a lot of people may have overlooked because I don't hear a lot of folks talking about it. The game is great with a lot of different interactive elements throughout, as well as some really fun mini-games and great design work throughout. Like, everything feels constructed, like built out of, well, paper, you know, since it is a tribute to Paper Mario. There's 7 different chapters that you're able to go through. You have huge overworlds that lead to amazing battles that play just like they did in Paper Mario. Bunch of different areas that you're able to go through, and just a really fun title. There's a lot of charm inherent in this game, and you're going to really enjoy the different heroes that you're able to play as. Bug Fables: The Everlasting Sapling from Dan Ginn Entertainment is a $24.99 game, but it does go on sale fairly frequently, so do add it to your wish list if you don't want to pay full price, and I don't think you're going to be disappointed if you're a Paper Mario fan. There you have it, everybody. The 10 games this month that I am featuring for our Nintendo Switch Hidden Gems. Let me know in the comments down below what game is your favorite. And as always, let me know in the comments if there are any games you think I need to be checking out. If you enjoyed this video, click like and then hit subscribe. I'd love to have you guys stick around. We are now on the road to 6,000 subscribers, which is absolutely bananas to me. I am going to be at the Midwest Gaming Classic at the end of the month. I would love to see you there. Until next time, remember to play more games, stay square, and take care. I'll talk to you soon.